Okay, here's the outside of the rig right now. You can see the front end. There's a little bit of clear coat peeling. Can't do much about that. The tires, I replaced all the tires when I bought it, so they have, I don't know, 2,500 miles on them now. Not much at all. This front tank is the propane tank storage, and that's that 25-gallon ASME tank I was referring to. So, like I said, it stores a lot of fuel. Keep you where you're going. We have 3 storage bins up here. So I'll clean this up a little bit. I got to replace the wiper blades and just doing a couple little tweaks to the unit while it's still here. This is your freshwater fill. You can fill water in there 2 ways. I'll show you one from the water bay, one from here. This is your gas furnace, which is working well. This is the water heater. It is electric and gas. 3 more bays here, and they will be underneath the slide when it's out. You can see the slide. Both slides have slide toppers. This is the awning. It's aged, but it still works extremely well, and I used it a lot when I was in Texas, and we used it a lot when we were here. So I'm gonna come here to the front side. There's the main awning, or the main slide out, I should say. I've got 3 more bays here that have pretty good storage capacity in them, so they're great. This is the water bay, and all this stuff stays with the rig. So if you look here, you can see, I think it says bypass valve. That's for filling the freshwater tank, and so you can run on freshwater. You also got the city water hookup, and then this flow meter goes to the black tank. This is for rinsing the black tank once you're emptying it and such like that. So I use it to measure how much water is going into the tank so I don't overfill it. This is the bay that I told you I'm going to fix the latches on. Just storage here. So this is actually kind of a cool little feature. As I was mentioning earlier, we got 30 amp service, and it's really hard to run 2 air conditioners on 30 amps. They're not really designed for that. So this unit has a generator, which is also in here, where we have the shore power. I did replace the shore power cable before I left this summer. 5,500 kilowatt, 5,500 watt generator, which is more than enough to run both ACs in the whole house. You'll see in there, there's a 30 and a 20 amp breaker. The 20 amp breaker actually feeds the front AC separately, so it can run both ACs at the same time on the generator. This switch here, there is a 30 to 20 amp adapter that I recommend using, plugging it into the pedestal here, because if you use the GFI, it's gonna potentially trip a lot. But we have a surge suppressor there. The 20 amp circuit, there is a transfer switch up in here, and when you plug this yellow cable into the pedestal, so if you're at a campground that has multiple outlets on it, you can plug this cable into the pedestal along with your 30 amp service, and what that will do is it will run the front air conditioner on a separate service, or a separate circuit. The transfer switch will fail over. If you turn on the generator, it overrides shore power both on the main line as well as that. That's by design, so the generator is favored over shore power. So it's a great, and I can explain more on that if you need to. There is a bike rack here. You mentioned that you were going on a vacation with your family. This bike rack holds 3 bikes. If you needed it, I'll be happy to leave it. I've had it for a long time. I used it for our bikes when we went to Texas, when I went to Texas, so it still works great after all these years. The Call Your Mom sign, actually what it's doing is it's covering up the vent if you were wanting to use the washer dryer combo. If you set up a washer dryer, you'd take that off, and then the vent would exhaust there if you had a vented system. Otherwise you would just keep it there, and then that is the vent for your microwave. So anyways, I hope this is helpful. I guess the only thing I can think of is that when I had all the tires added with valve extenders, so I can get to them and inflate them as needed. In one of the bays, I am leaving the air compressor. One of the things I like to do is I like to check my air pressure a lot before I travel, so I don't have any problems. Under here you can see those are snap pads, RV snap pads. Those help in terms of they increase the surface area. They're softer, but they're great for stabilizing the platform. And I'm going to see if I can see in here. Yeah, so you can see that blue shock and that yellow sway bar. I had those added in May. The blue shock is actually a stabilizer. It's called Safety Plus. It is designed so that it helps keep you staying straight without weaving too much. It helps take that extra play out of the steering wheel, but also if there was an incident where the front tire deflated or blew out, that shock will actually help keep your vehicle from running off to the side of the road as it would normally want to do when you have a sudden depressurization. It helps push things back, so it's really great. I added that, and then the sway bar, we added that, and I don't know if I can get to the back here, but somewhere under here there is a rear track stabilizer that also helps keep the rig from swaying too much when you're driving down the road. I will say that with this trip, after the first couple hundred miles, when we stopped to get the things installed and all the driving since, it is a noticeable difference. Much more comfortable ride with those components. So hope that answers any questions, but feel free to reach out if you have any more. Thanks.